We are now live. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way in. What we're currently looking at here, ladies and gentlemen, is, of course, SOUN. Pretty bullish formation here on the day, breaking through that mid Bollinger Band. That looks awesome. Don't forget to chat in the live chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this thing up to as many likes as possible. If you're currently watching, smash that like button. Now, SOUN, guys. You guys know we have post-market earnings here coming in on the 8th. Now, I do have an options contract, call option, here on SOUN, expiration 802. Let me show you guys. Expiration 802 on the call. This is it. Yeah. Got a $5 strike for the expiration on 802 here for SOUN. I do feel the reason why I put this one out there because we did undergo the retracement in the AI sector and we was poised for a bounce. We were right around those low $5 levels at the time, so I feel as though that breaking through this mid Bollinger Band to the upside, we stand a very great chance to challenge that upper here before expiration next week. So that $6 breakthrough, we should lock in some nice gains off this one. See what else is going on here. See what you guys seeing in the live chat. Nothing in the live chat just yet. Anybody will be playing NVIDIA earnings here. Don't forget to cast that vote. Let's see what we can find here in the open market, though. How did Holo pop up here? Okay, let's see. Using our 5M tool. Check this out, though. This was what caught my attention today, fellas. This right here, IPO. Market cap 162 million. Let's check this out. If you're still with me, dropping that live chat, guys. Let's see what we got going here. Maxion is showing that. But right now we at the 715 spread here. Seems like more active buy on that. Let's see. Go to this 15-minute chart. Anybody holding ORKT? Anybody buying to this IPO? If you did, let me know in the comment section below. Also, we're going to be looking into this as well. I don't think this thing done either, guys. Currently got 15 people watching and only 3 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to smash that like button. Helps with the channel growth if you haven't already. But yeah, we're gonna keep our eyes out on that. Let's put us a alert to this. 5%. All right, we gotta be in a few places, more than one place at once, right? SERV, guys. SERV is on the roll. SERV is on the motion. Let me look at the day chart. 15. Let's go to the 2 hour. $12.10 price target on SERV. Looks like this thing can cross those $12.10 levels. Yeah. Keep your eyes out on this one, guys. Keep your eyes out on this one. This isn't a slouch. Trust me. Okay, I'm just checking things out on the Discord really quickly. Yeah, we won't be alerting in the Discord. We doing live stream alerts here today. Again, $12 PT on this. Let's pit our alert indicator We're gonna do 5% on this, and we're gonna do create another alert for alert price change, price above. Alert me once this thing trail over 11 bucks. Yeah, guys, I'm calling this is an early run on this. Go check it out. Go check it out. Don't forget to smash that like button. We got currently 7 likes and 11 current viewers. Let's go to this 15. Looks very healthy. Let's check out our profit ratio. Degree overlap slightly over our 60 where we want it. So the higher it gets, the more appealing it is. But it's not too high. Profit ratio isn't too high, only 77.38%. Once this thing crossed that 80%, you ain't want to buy this before it crosses 80%, basically. Once it crosses 80%, I don't touch it. Yeah, once this crosses, we got slight resistance here on the day at that 1184, but we should be able to cross that average, cross the average here. So we got a lot of buying went on under 850. Let's see, we should see block orders coming in now. Yep. And for those that don't understand the capital trend, guys, basically outflow counts as basically if you put in an order, I don't care if you buying it or selling it, if you put in a order at a asking price, at a sale price or lower, basically it will be counted as outflow. If you put it at the price and higher, counted as inflow. Just as you guys can see here, if a stock is traded at a selling price or higher, it will be counted as inflow of funds. If the stock price is traded at a purchase price or lower, it is counted as outflow. The neutral market is not included in the capital flow. All right, and for those that don't know, the way that we spot the neutral trades is through the bid and ask. It's basically these square orders. These are all neutral orders. These will be counted as outflow. These will be inflow. So basically, guys, for those that don't understand what the market maker actually does, let me show you this. It's called a price spread. So what we want to avoid here, we look for price spread. So the bid and the ask spread. So if we look at the where is it? The bid side, that's the bid price. That's the asking price. So basically, this is the price that the market maker is trying to buy your stock at. Slightly under the current share price, right? And this is what they're asking for it. Slightly over the share price, right? So basically what the market maker does all day long is get that difference between the spread, right? And depending on how they want to fill those orders in the direction that they want the stock to actually go, just in case if they have certain agendas to cross, let's say that. Well, they can actually fill those orders in the direction that they want to sway the share price, ladies and gentlemen. It's crazy, right? But on the other hand, that is why market makers are so held responsible for covering those covered calls anytime that they sell those things, which cause the gamma squeeze. But how do market makers stop those gamma squeezes? By these order fields in the open market. So what they do is if they sold a huge amount of, let's say, call contracts, right? And those things are in the money. Well, what the market maker would actually do to actually suppress the share price. This is common knowledge. What they will actually do to actually suppress the share price is actually widen that spread. All right, and lean it towards the ask. I mean the bid. Lower the bid with the lower spread on the bid, and fill those orders that way. In order to lower the price, once they lower the price towards expiration under those in the money contracts, that is how they save their asses from being forced to cover those huge amount of calls. We've seen it happen in GameStop, but these neutrals here, are basically buying mid. So if you want to buy mid to cut out the market maker, here on Moomoo, they got that option. All right, you can buy at the market price. Market price is basically the market maker's price. You're gonna buy that, or if you're gonna sell, you're gonna be selling at the market maker's price, which is slightly under the share price or slightly over the share price. They just make that slight difference. All right, but that was just a quick lesson for you guys. For those that don't know, we currently got 18 people watching this thing. Is a live chat on? MAXN, I got you, man. We're gonna check out MAXN here in a second. MAXN. MAXN. Yeah, if y'all been watching the videos, like I was telling y'all, warning y'all about MAXN, what we could expect, what to expect. That's exactly what transpired. Like I said, this thing stands a very great chance to fall sub 20-cent levels. We do have that gap here, but no huge sign or symbol of a turnaround just yet in MAXN. Not yet. VKTR. Let's see what else we got. Holo is pushing for Holo. Check this one out, guys. Anybody currently holding Holo? Let me know in the comment section below. We currently got 15 people watching and only 10 likes, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button, of course. Our lunchtime live stream. But HOLO. Keep our eyes out on this thing, man. But what you really want to avoid, though, man, stocks that can be heavily manipulated by market makers have a wide spread. If we go look at GameStop spread, that shit is insanely wide. Look how much money market make. Like, I don't know. This lets you know. And this lets you know right here, guys, that this shit is very unfair. Look at the spread on this. The bid, that's a 2-cent spread. No, that ain't GameStop. Let's see. I'm trying to find it here, but I don't see GME. Okay, here we go. The bid. 2-cent spread. Well, it's not that bad now. But a few days ago, this thing was like a 20-cent spread when GME was getting all that excitement. SOUN spread is 1 cent. Let's see if we can find a huge spread here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's see, it might be on here. Wow, ORKT. Huge pullback. Yeah, ORKT. Market makers fucking this one up. That's a 17-cent spread. Market makers is bidding at, trying to get you to, wow. They're trying to buy your shares at $6.35 and sell theirs at $6.40. Yeah, guys, I got a special guest. Y'all probably heard of him. I'm about to bring him in. Come hop in this live stream. All right, guys, who can you guess it? He's in the building. In fact, he's in the building. He's in the building. I want you guys to guess. Matter of fact, we finna do a poll. About to do a poll. Guess the surprise. Yes, let's see. Oh no, we're gonna do a Q&A. Can you guess who this guess? All right, guys. I'm gonna see if you guys can guess this one. If you guess it right, whoever gets this one right will get an entire year free of the Discord server. Drop y'all thoughts in the comment section. I don't know it's taking him so long to bring his ass downstairs, but yeah, guys, I got a well-known retail trader in the building here today. In fact, I consider this individual one of my Padawans. One of my Padawans, guys. He has learned the markets extensively. Also, he has came up with a few of his own strategies as well. And so, yeah, I'm gonna probably ORKT. We may see a halt take place here. 3.49 million in volume. I do see a lot of. Let's check out our neutral here. I don't think they show that on the screen, do they? Nope. I gotta figure that out. Okay. What is taking this? Talking about put them in a call. Send link join. Send link to join. Alright, man. How the fuck I supposed to send you a link? You mean call you? Hold on, guys. Heck no. Dude, you gotta come downstairs, man. Come downstairs. Downstairs. So you can navigate the screen. See if this guy. All right, we got 16 people watching. Don't forget to smash that like button. Look, a few people saying no, they will not be playing NVIDIA earnings. Besides NVIDIA earnings, you guys know AMC got earnings coming up. I will be playing puts on that. Right? If you're not pitting puts on AMC, listen, I want AMC to run. I want this thing to go as high as freaking possible 3 days before earnings. More money to be made, baby. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, I rarely buy and hold a stock if it doesn't have options. I'm trading it, swing it. I'm more than likely gonna momentum trade it. But the special guest, did you guys finish guessing? I did. All right, guys, I'm gonna let them take over for a bit, and there you go. Warm up my coffee, man.
Okay, what's going on, guys? Billy Banks back at you for another round of tips and tricks. Currently holding in on a few stocks here, man. Just giving Obi a quick break on his classroom session. I'm not really too sure how he runs his platform and everything over down here, but currently we'll be talking about some of these stocks going on to a discount and some of these stocks making a big bull run. Now, I as well be using Moomoo. I just made a switch from the Webull investing platform just not too long ago. I found Moomoo to be a very great. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are already prone to the Moomoo as a platform. I'll show you a few stocks that we have been looking at recently. One of the last stocks that I alerted out over in the Banker with Billy Discord was SLNA stock. Sure many of you have caught this stock as well off of that massive discount from 22 cents all the way back up to the highs of about 7 cents. This stock came in for a bull run. There was another bull run coming into SLNA stock, but this stock hasn't been picking up in the volume. Say keep eyes on SLNA stock, as yesterday this stock got up to about $1 billion in volume, which is a rare case. Now me, I use the SAR. I don't use these Bollinger Bands up here. I'll take the SAR off as well. I'm using a RSI and a MACD indicator. These RSIs and MACDs not even set up over here on his Moomoo investment platform. A whole different style of trading that I go for, where I go for stocks that are off of those lows, mainly and specifically the 52-week lows. So what I do to find these, I'll go over to our market section. We'll go to, look, he got his whole thing set up a little bit differently. Now, you also want to make sure that you are a little bit diverse in your skill set, knowing how to judge out stocks on different type of time frames. For example, if you're going for a 4-hour chart trade or a daily chart trade as a swing trader, or if you're going for a long term as on the weeklies and the monthlies as a long term investor, or if you're going for a day trade on the 1s and 15 minutes, it's all really about what you like to look for. And I like to look for stocks that are having the biggest percentage change down, because these stocks go down to the biggest massive discount. As you can see, going back towards your 4-hour chart, these stocks here have taken massive downtrends. Okay, these are the next stocks coming for a reversal. Now, some of them look better than others. It's all about picking what that next one is for a stock that's oversold on the RSI and getting ready to make bullish divergence on the MACD. It'll take me a few minutes to be able to set up this RSI and MACD down here. Not going to waste anybody's time while I do that right now, but I like to go for the stocks making those 52-week lows. So I'll be looking for the stocks that are making that year-to-date change down from the whole year, those 52-week lows at the bottom. And these stocks are on super extreme discounts down here. Really just looking for the next ones that are getting ready to come in for that next massive bull run in. And I prefer to go for a stock that has low stats. I don't too much mind the, like, there's a section up here where you go for your, like, hot strategy section. You know, you hear a lot of people talking about talking about things like these double bottoms and triple bottoms and head and shoulders and arc bottoms and stuff like that. I don't mind those different trading strategies too much. For me, it's all about a stock that's oversold and making bullish divergence. I'm sure a lot of you have been going for GME stock lately over on making easy money. So we'll take a quick peek over on GME stock. Looking at GME stock, for example, that's still down to a super massive discount down here. Okay, GME stock will be getting ready to come in for what they call the gamma squeeze, a quick fast move. Now we know stocks like this take a little bit of time to build up in pressure. Stocks like GME and those meme stocks and stuff like that, they do great when you got the when you got people like last time, for example, the Warren Kitties and the Andrew Tates and whatnot. They the ones who want to start to make a stock rally and pump it up. With just one post, GME stock could be going right back to the moon. And we see that this stock is starting to get a bit more bullish in today's trading session right now, from the pre-market all the way to the middle of the day so far. It's 12.25 where I'm at right now, and from going from $23, this stock does make it up to about $24. I like to check the capital trend on our sections, so we'll be able to see the order flow. Tells us a lot of powerful information, and you really want to see these things towards the end of the trading day. You see an order flow towards the end of the day, like if you're going for a swing trade, or especially even better if you're going for an overnight swing trade, and your order flow tells you got the extra larges, you know, those big institutions and big wells and whatnot, and you got the largest all coming in. It looks great if you got mediums and smalls coming in as well. That means that every size orders are all coming into that stock towards the after hours, and all the volatility of all the risky day traders is already done. Now people are loading up for the swing trade type move off of a stock that's getting back down towards its most lows and oversolds. I'm Billy Banks. You can get over to my channel as well, Banking with Billy. I talk about the most active, the 52-week lows. I'm mainly going for early seat stocks. I try to avoid the day trades and so on and so forth. Are you going to now? Yeah, let me know. There you go. Yeah, Banking with Billy right here. Very good. And of course, you need 2 more subscribers to reach that next goal of that 6,000 subs. Big goal, first big goal, getting up to 10,000 subscribers. So I appreciate everybody who does get over to Banking with Billy. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share that thing out, make consistent videos every day on the proper investing trading strategies for safe, secure, early positioning at the bottom, where you can trade with no fear, no pressure, no anxiety. It is literally the same setup and the same strategy every single trade. And it's easy money when you know what you are going for. So it really does come down to understanding your goal and your role in these stocks. For example, like I said previously, if you want to go for that long-term move, well, you're going to be looking for that long-term move on your long-term time frames, and you want to see your different indicators in position. If you do not like to read the indicators and you don't understand how those things, move and stuff like that, like right now my RSIs and MACDs look all choppy on Webull. On Moomoo, I'll do a Moomoo tutorial over on Banking with Billy as well, talking about how to set up your different indicators using your settings, and how to use different tips and tricks that I like to use for Moomoo that make things easier for me as well. But again, if you don't like to use your indicators and whatnot, you can always go over to your interpretation section. Where's this at? Your quotes. Let me see. There's an interpretation section up here. It should be on his analysis thing, and up here you should be able to see. Mine, there's an analysis section up here. Okay, here we go right here, the interpretation of indicators. Like I say, some people move moves and platforms are set up a little bit differently. So mine's at the top, his is down here towards the middle. Like I said, you got to set your thing up to what makes you feel comfortable. And I'll do a classroom session on doing that as well. But your interpretation of indicators will tell you if all the different indicators are getting bullish or if they're getting bearish at a time. And we can use GME as an example, comparing that to something like HLVX. For those of you who don't know what HLVX stock is, Hillvax, big discount down. A very big gap to fill, as you can see, down from $1 all the way to the highs of the double digits. That's over $10. And you can see here on your interpretation of indicators how all the indicators are starting to get bullish all across the board on your daily chart for the swing trade time frame. And people are getting into our early secure positioning in the stock at the bottom, so they can trade with no fear, no pressure, no anxiety, get in and wait. And if I show you the HLVX stock on your 4-hour chart, 15-minute charts and whatnot, then you'll be able to see how this thing has been coming in for more and more bullishness day by day. There's also a scroller here on mine to be able to scroll side. You can check out Maxion real fast. This stock is popping up and getting bullish. Also, when I set up alerts on Moomoo, I like to set up alerts like this on mobile. Let me see. Let's go to just another stock real quick. We'll type in CGBS. Of course, CGBS is another stock down here at the bottom that has another hot reversal that's getting ready to come in. Might not want to miss out on this one as well, as we caught the last spike that came into CGBS from the lows of where it's at now, all the way up to the highs of about $15 and an instant spike. That was a massive pre-market move that would come in, as you can see on CGBS on your interpretation of indicators. Again, this for those of you who don't like reading all these indicators and charts and stuff like that on there. And you know, look at this. And again, indicating with too many indicators will throw off your indications. I'm telling you now. That's why I try to just stick to an RSI and a MACD. I'll have the SAR up there sometimes when I do use a VWAP if I'm going for, like, I don't really wake up until about 9-10 o'clock. But like if I'm getting up at like, maybe I'll be getting up, you know, sometimes, you know, I wake up for the pre-market, or I stay up all night until the pre-market opens about 3-4 a.m. and stuff like that. And then I'll be using my VWAP in the morning to look for a breakout. Let me see if I can see the VWAP on here real fast. I can show you a quick example of a VWAP. I don't even know where the VWAP at on his indicator. Oh, right here. Right here. Look, I don't even know what that is. An IC. Look at that. Like I say, different indicators to mess you up, man. But we talking about that VWAP here right now. And the VWAP go down towards your 1 minute and 15-minute charts. Looking choppy on here in this stock right here. Going on 15-minute charts, and what they're looking for is a hot breakout to be coming in. You know, like I said, that really works best towards the early morning pre-market, especially in the stock that's having high volume on the first big pre-market runners and whatnot. If you get up that early, again, I really go for swing trades, and I'm alerting out my swing trades towards the after hours. So if you want to catch on some of the stocks that I'll be putting out and whatnot, you can go ahead and catch those 52-week lows videos. And those 52-week, remember, those stocks making the 52-week lows, they turn into the most active stocks, and they become the top gainers. Follow along with the patterns, and remember, you don't have to catch everything. You just get what you can while you can, and make sure that you move carefully and accordingly. It really helps to have a percentage target. You're talking about like a certain range that you just used to going for, a certain range that you naturally gonna go for, a certain range that if a stock comes in for another hot dip, are you gonna cut it there, average down? Now, if you are newer to the markets, I recommend sticking towards a 7 to 15% target. This will create up and down. This will create your natural consistency to where you'll be able to see, so you'll be able to lock in gains. You'll be able to cut the losses short and be locking in great gains, okay? Because those stocks are going to explode way more than 15%, of course. You know, you wake up in the morning, you up 70, 80%, you up 200%. Now you can stretch out your stop loss. Instead of going for a 7 to 15% stop loss, well, you about 100%. Now you got about a 20, 30% stop loss. Oh, that stock just continued to rise up, and that stock is exploding even more and more now. Well, and now you can push your stop loss up to about a 50, 60% stop loss. If you go about 200-300%, you know, you start off with a smaller stop loss, and as it rises, you stretch that out a little bit more, but you still always make sure you keep the losses small, being ready to average down or cut it out around that 7 to 15% discount. I mean, that 7 to 15% dip. And you don't always have to like, if that stock dip down 15%, and then you know how you see a stock dip down 15, 20%, and then people want to start loading around there, especially towards the after hours because they see it picking up in that volume and whatnot. Well, you're getting yourself into, if you in with a smaller position and you make sure that you mind your portfolio and asset management skills and whatnot, then you should be able to have the buying power not only to be ready to average down heavy in that stock to get your position back more even and stuff like that, for a reversal, or for a massive breakout in that reversal, but you also be able to use your extra buying power in between to catch the next day trades and stuff like that, whatever those hot day trades may be. Currently here looking at a few of these stocks that have been popping up on his Moo scanner list. TRNR, Maxion have been popping up, and this stock here as well, TRNR, is having bullish indications on your interpretation of indications. One quick tip that you guys can do when you see a stock, you got your stock, I like to scroll down. Let me see if I can find. Look, his list look a little bit different than mine. I'm looking for it's down here, the market position overview and or the cost distribution. Then you'll be able to see where you got your support and your resistance. For example, here on a stock like TRNR stock has support down here at 74 cents. They got big resistance at $4.20. Notice here on your cost distribution, you can scroll this slider side to side and be able to see if these things getting more bullishness or more bearish in days. And notice how in the last few days, this thing hasn't haven't had any type of bullish waves coming in a long time. Right here, not such strong bullish waves. This stock is only at 85 cents. That's only up about 7%. They do got the extra largest coming in now. Now, get this. Right here with support at 74 cents and resistance at 420. If they can get past those 74 cent ranges, it's a small wave of bearishness. Get past that, then it's an easy uptrend towards those dollar ranges because there's not much bearishness in between. I wish I could like enlarge this to make it bigger and zoom in and whatnot. You be able to see a little bit better. Zoom in on your screen so you be able to see that better. And you can see that gap. You see that gap in between there because there's not much bearish walls holding it down. So it has to break past this. It has to break past that first wave right there. And if you go over up here, this stock at 85 cents right now. You go to your bid and ask, right? You go to click on this right here. Go to your overall statistics real quick. You can go ahead and click on active buys and sales, looking at where this thing is at right now at 85 cents to see the exact range that's holding this thing back with active buys or active sales at that range. And currently right now you can see all around there you have more active sales going out. For example, here around this 80 cents. Look at this, all around this 80 cents. Lots more active sales going out than the active buys, making like a stock like TRNR stock not really move too much. Let's go see if we can find one of the more active stocks and compare some of that information there. Go back to your Explorer. And of course, another thing, you want to make sure that you are keeping up with the market conditions. So like, because of, not only do these stocks go from oversold to overbought, but also these the markets go from oversold to overbought. Things come in for rounds of bullishness and rounds of bearishness because the people make money going long, going short. People making money betting that thing up. They're making money betting that thing down. They can only let the markets get so bearish or get so bullish before the market makers and stuff like that got to start to take control and push that thing in the next direction and whatnot. How they do, and there's a lot of things that can affect the markets as well. You're talking about economy news, you're talking about world news, you're talking about news that happened over in another country, you're talking about some presidential news, you're talking about some political news, you're talking about anything crazy can affect the markets, and everything will affect the markets, okay? So you want to make sure you're keeping up with the overall market conditions day by day by day. Whenever you're going back to look at your stocks or your holdings or whatever you got going on, you want to take a quick peek at your market conditions. At least go back to your home explore page up here. When you go to your home explore page, then you'll be able to see if you got more advances or more decliners. To keep in mind everything that's going on with these stocks and all other stocks on the market is while the markets are pushing up more bullish than bearish. You got about 8,000 advances and about 3,000 decliners. And if we take you into the overall S&P 500s and whatnot, we'll be able to see that. We're looking at our 4-hour chart. Notice how the markets were. We're on RSI here again. The RSI look a whole lot different. Change up some of these settings and whatnot to be able to get the RSI to look how it looks on mine and whatnot. But we'll get back to that later on. Notice how the markets were overbought just a few days ago, coming in for rounds of bearishness all the way back down, so they became oversold. Now they're coming in for that next round of bullishness. Are people excited when the stock reaches down towards the bottom to come in for that next hot reversal? So the markets go oversold, and people start to buy, making all of the stocks get bullish, giving you about 8,000 advancers. So if you can time your entry when the markets are getting most bullish for a big reversal, then you get the best stock at the bottom, getting ready for a big reversal, or a stock is about to break out, whatever you be liking to go for, then you're in the best possible position. You timed that correctly. Every time is not the time to be buying a stock. Every time, every day in the day, they be trading stocks. You know how you wake up in the morning and you go ahead and you finna get that hot stock here, all the volume here, man. Everybody going over this. They talking about it on the stock twits. They over on Reddit with it. Somebody trying to, one of those big whales trying to pump it up on Twitter and whatnot. And then you got in there throughout the intradays and whatnot. And then next thing you know, about an hour later, throughout there, whoa, it's just looking so good. It was up 60, up 70, up 200%. Why would people want to sell it off? Well, that thing probably came up on like 300-400 million in value. You got about 300-400 million day traders in that stock getting ready to sell that thing off once it becomes overbought, and they up hundreds of percent. They about to lock that in on you. So you know, to the markets in positions like that, when that stock is bull running, you have to have your stop loss set. If you actually got time to actually sit there and stare at that chart the entire time and whatnot, then I guess you really don't need to have a stop loss set, because you can have a mental loss. Like me myself, I use a mental loss. But again, me myself, I sit here and stare at these charts and whatnot all day. I'm a day trade, a swing trade, and I'm always ready. I always know what's about to happen next. And I'm used to the strategy. If you understand your goal and your role, stick to your percentage targets. Again, experience makes the big, massive difference. It really does. Cause we've been doing this for years. So we done came across all these stocks. I remember PMB, I remember MERA, I remember ASTS, so on. I remember ION, and we already seen all of these stocks coming in for their rounds of bullishness and rounds of bearishness for years. So these stocks become easily predictable. Because you remember those companies. You know how those companies do with the fundamentals. You remember that company is wrecked. You recognize that a wrecked penny stock is what it is. A wrecked penny stock that's only going to come in for a round of the bullishness before all those wrecked penny stock day traders and swing traders are going to sell it off. Because I'm about to sell it off. Once I hit overbought and I'm up 100%, I'm about to sell it off. It was just a swing trade. Not everything is for the long-term investment. Just because the stock begins to get bullish doesn't mean everybody's about to hold on for the long term. Especially if that thing getting picked up in that volume. I'm talking about, let the stock get a couple $100 million in volume. You know they finna sell that off in that same day. But then you come down to a stock that got the low stats and stuff like that. You know, like this, for example. I just clicked on a random one here. RGC got a volume of 134,000. You know, you got a stock that got 134,000 and whatnot. You know, this on average, you know, got the low volume. Not gonna be getting up to the crazy amounts of volume. With this low volume, is gonna be getting loaded up with swing traders, not the day traders. And if they believe in this stock, then some of those swing traders will possibly be the long-term investors that see the stock. And look at this. They already came in for a move on this stock down. Jeez, that stock came. Well, let's go back to a daily chart on that one. That was an explosion that came into RGC stock just a few days ago from $3 up to $32. And that's how I say they're gonna sell that stock back off because the swing traders will. And like swing traders and day traders, mainly these day traders, but swing traders as well. The ones that mess up what could be or what probably is a decent long-term investment. Because they're the ones, you know, once all the day traders set that thing off and everybody gets nervous, stop losses getting hit, everybody wants to get out. Now it's like, okay, well, I guess this thing wasn't good for the long-term investment. That, you know, that thing didn't last too long. You know, so understanding how different people how the different types of traders feel about that stock makes a massive difference as well. Because you getting into a stock and you're like, okay, well, we got long-term investors that feel like this because of those fundamentals and this and that. But we know day traders, they don't care about no fundamentals. And they don't care about how nobody else feels. We know they finna sell off on this and that. We know that stock is in a certain position off of those charts, oversold or overbought, or maybe it's in the middle on a cautionary position, or maybe the volume versus the free float is looking like this. Well, I know this might possibly be coming in for moves like this. You know, if you got a low stat stock with a low float and that volume starts to pick up, especially towards the pre-market, well, that stock is going to spike. It's going to spike up and then sell back off fast rather than having a clean up trend. No, but these are all things that you get used to as you continue on and whatnot, man. We're talking about these stocks. Again, myself, I like to go for stocks at those lows. So I be trying to go towards the top decliners always. And I'm looking for the stocks that are at the bottom getting ready to come in for a reversal. But whatever makes people feel comfortable and whatnot. And I already know what's going to explode next. A few stocks that we are looking at. In fact, I can go ahead and check this out. Some of the things that I'm looking at right now. Talking about AEHL, CGBS. I just told you CGBS stock. Here's another one right here I can show you real fast. There's another one right here I can show you. GRRR. I'm sure many of you know about GRRR, the Gorilla Technology. This another one that went down to a massive discount down here at the bottom. I'll take this RSI and the MACDs and stuff off just to make that chart a little bit bigger. For those of you who are on your phones or got the bad eyes to know how you need a bigger chart to be able to see on and stuff. So this stock right here, another stock at the bottom, choppy down there. If any of you recall GRR stock, they've been all messed up and all wrecked for various reasons. But nonetheless, they are still, which is actually impressive on this stock, that they are actually still in compliance at $2.80, and they're about to come in for a reversal, getting ready to fill that gap back up towards that $5. Gonna need the volume and the pressure. As you can see, no volume comes in the GR stock with a volume of 100,000. They're gonna, you know, it might take a bit of time, okay? But we've been seeing this thing get ready to gear up here. Lots of alerts popping up on here. We're gonna check out some of those here in a second as well. Like you go back to your 15-minute chart. You can see that this stock is starting to get bullish here today. People keep on continuously buying the stock up. What we're really looking for now is to see more larges, mediums, and smalls coming in, because you already have the extra larges that are piling into this stock. With support at 270, this stock sitting at 280, you be in this stock while it's down here at the bottom at support, getting ready for that next big bull run to come in. And some people who load in on this stock, they'll be waiting for that longer term move, because some people do actually believe in going for those long-term investments in a stock that's oversold off the long-term investment time frames. But that does come down to certain fundamentals as well. So like sometimes you want to be going to your summaries and reading through the news. You probably want to be checking out your financials and be checking out your balance sheets and whatnot, seeing if that company is in good standing, seeing if they haven't, like, you really want to see if they got Like if you do long, like you're a day trader, you don't care about any of this, okay? But if you go for that long-term investment, well, you probably want to be seeing if they got the balance sheets that are increasing versus descending, because you got a company with the descending balance sheet, especially when that doesn't get any value and it's already a wrecked penny stock that's facing delisting. They're probably gonna have to come in for a reverse split, and they got to do nonstop dilution to fix themselves. Well, you got to ask yourself, is that the best thing to be going in for a possible long-term investment in? So big whales won't want to go for that. But they'll still sometimes want to partake in a fast day trade or an easy swing trade with a plan to sell it off. So once again, it does come down to understanding what you like to go for and what you feel makes you most comfortable in the markets. And the more uncertainties you can take away, the more certain you can be. So take away the uncertainties of this if that stock is in a descending formation. Take away the uncertainties if it has the bad news, if it has the bad FUD, if they get in the bad sentiment, if you got the big whales that are starting to sell that stock using your capital trends, your order flows and whatnot. Seeing if that stock gets ready for another round of bullish divergence, making sure that you can take a quick peek at your short interest section as well, because you can see if short interest is huge in the stock, well, that stock getting ready to explode. And now it's a matter of time, because the shorts don't have to cover up that stock, not just yet. Shorts can make their own moves as well. Maybe they want to go for a day trade. Maybe shorts want to partake in a swing trade. Sometimes you'll get shorts that really want to be shorting that thing down for long term, and they'll hold a short position for weeks, for months, until they see that stock really start to get bullish, and then we're going to need that stock to be getting ready to come in for a hot piece of news or a hot catalyst to really get it that juice going. Stocks are really moving, doing good today. A lot of stocks have been active. Like looking at just looking at the overall market section on here with the hot stocks. Notice how you got so many things that are getting so active. Now this comes down to, I like how OB has his things set up in here. With the market caps at the front, volume here, got the turnover ratio. This is how he likes to see his thing in formation and whatnot, helping him guide out, because he's used to seeing his things in order with the different flashes and whatnot, knowing exactly what to see to spot out. Now me myself, I always still keep my thing on a percentage change on a discount. All right, now you go to your percentage change on this one right here that says change, not over year to date change, but just percentage change right here. Now you're coming across the stocks that are on a discount for the day. I like to see CNEY. Well, I'm really looking to see which one needs to flash in the most and whatnot right now, you know, and has a certain amount of volume. Really, like CNEY. I would like CNEY stock that has 600,000 in volume, because I like a low stat stock. But it's not really having any activity at all. We don't see any flashes going on, anything. Now you can scroll down here. Look at this. We have a lot more stocks with discount, but I wouldn't want to get down so low, because these stocks down here don't have the biggest discount just yet. Like these are down like 7%. I want to get a stock that's down like 30, 40, 50% for a 30, 40, 50% bull run. The bigger that dip, the bigger that reversal is going to be, especially when people are going to naturally buy that thing back up. Let's go to, okay, let's check out. See, this one got a massive market cap on here, 1.4 billion. See what we can see down this list, man. I'm looking for one with that value. I'm looking right on here right now. Okay, let's go to Ford. Ford is a perfect one right now. Ford is probably one of the more predictable stocks on the market. For those of you who like to go for, like, you know, you want a swing trade that you really don't have to worry about too much dangers and whatnot happening. So let me show you what I mean by this. If you go towards your overall daily chart on Ford, F stock, notice how Ford stock, this stock comes in for reversals all the time, clean reversals. And you'll be able to just time this when your RSI gets oversold, or it's coming in for that next round of bullishness. And you can see now on Ford stock that I was just looking at Ford earlier on. I just made a video on Ford as well, because it's getting in such volume that Ford has actually made it towards the top of the most active list with a volume of 200 million right now. And it's about to continue to push on, because it's 12:48 where I'm at right now. So it's still time in the days and whatnot for more volume to be hitting these stocks, as day is bullish and whatnot. So this stock right here, massive discount from the highs of 14 down to $11. This stock has a gap to fill all the way back up towards about $13. Last time this stock got down to about $11, they bull ran for days straight, a massive multi-day bull run. In fact, a multi-week bull run all the way back to the highs of that $14. Some of these stocks become easily predictable, especially when you've been seeing them for so long over the course of time and whatnot. Now, you'll be looking at Ford stock. If you go back down to Ford stock closer in to see what's going on with it today, right? You notice how this stock is down here making that quick wick at the bottom. You go down to your 15-minute chart. Notice how they buying this thing from that 11.19 cents. They already done push this thing up to about $11.50. This is just the beginning. Now, we know that the EVs and the AIs and technologies and stuff like that been all messed up and whatnot. And they've been making the markets more bearish as well. Really no telling when all the EV cars and stuff is about to get most bullish. But they do say that, I think it was like by the year like 2030 or something like that, or I forgot what day. They said they want to have like 70% of all the emission cars off. They want to have the world's full of EVs and stuff. Now, I asked my question. They even have enough power on the electrical grid to even fuel all these cars that they making, and which one of these would be the best? And that's why they worried about battery capacity and stuff like that. So I think that is really going to come down to the EV battery technology. Whichever battery is the best, the most powerful, lasting the longest, is probably going to make the EV the best one. And currently, right now, we're not the leader of all the EVs is Tesla stock. We're not the leader of all the tech stocks is NVIDIA stock. So we're looking at both of those two stocks to get bullish as well. And when those two stocks get bullish, like Tesla stock get all bullish and make the EVs more bullish, it'll start to make a lot of other EVs bullish as well. Now, talking about EV stocks, because we talking about Ford and whatnot right now, like you got stocks like Mullen. You got stocks like Mullen that went down to been on a massive sell-off because of these EVs. Some of them just aren't getting the job done. A lot of them aren't even actually making sales and stuff, even though they got so many different EVs and so many different electric vehicles, so many different styles of EV trucks, EV motorcycles, EV cars, EV vans. Some of them got deals with the mail systems and Amazons. I think it was one of them, man, I forgot which one it was. Canoe got a deal with NASA. Canoe literally going to the moon because they finna be driving Canoe cars as the moon rovers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So some of these got big deals. It's just a bit early for the techs. EVs is the future in car technology. Probably ain't making that deep into the future just yet. So a lot of people will be going for these. Notice how we're on a daily chart right now. Go to your monthly chart. A lot of people will be going for these for the long-term investment time frame. They monthly chart for that longer-term investment on a lot of the EVs. You probably want to watch out for the ones that are under the dollar though, like ones that are under, they facing delistments. When you don't want to get caught in those type. Most of these stocks, they don't even come in for a delistment all the time. Like they usually get an extension. That extension is like 160, 180 day extension. So if you ever come into a penny stock and they talking about they under that dollar and they didn't come out with an exact delistment date, you just can't find the date. Well, what's the date on that thing? You don't want to get caught in that. Well, they usually have a 180 day extension. It probably hasn't been that whole 180 days yet, so there's probably a bit more time. But anywhere in between there, they can voluntarily decide to just stop, or they can just decide to come in for a reverse split if they actually got that up their sleeve just yet. I don't know how many splits the stock gets, but like in Mullen, for example, we done seen Mullen do all kinds of stuff. Mullen, they'll overdo it sometimes. Not only overdo their types of delusion and whatnot, but they'll also overdo their news. Like we've seen some companies and some stocks come out with so much news back to back to back that their news doesn't even affect the stock no more. Now, if you run into a stock like that, man, you're in a bad position because of those news catalysts mean everything. That's what we want to do. We want to get into a stock at the bottom. So, if it's the safe long-term investment for us and stuff like that. And then we want to wait for that hot news to go on. Like, for example, here on Canoe, GoF stock with a value of 1.4 million. Looking choppy right now, but on your daily chart coming in for a hot reverse like this stock getting ready to push back up towards that $2.80 real quick before it faces a lot of volatility and resistance. In fact, they do have resistance up there literally at $2.90 with support down here at $1.82 coming in for a small wave of bullishness. Gonna need a bigger wave of bullishness to really outtake that big wave of bearishness down on your cost distribution. But this stock right here comes in for extra largest, mediums, and the smalls all across the board. And keep in mind, everything going on with these stocks and all other stocks on the market is while the markets are pushing up more bullish than bearish, with about 8,000 advancers and about 2,000 and about 4,000 decliners. People have been buying things up much more than they have been selling things off. You look at your 15-minute chart here, we'll probably be seeing a quick round of bearishness to come in before they really want to push the markets back up to fill that gap back up. So make sure you got your stop losses set. Make sure that you mind your portfolio and your asset management skills. Understanding your goal and role makes a massive difference. Guys, I'm Billy Banks. Make sure you get subscribed to the Banking with Billy channel. I'm getting ready to post some new stock alerts over there today as well. I'll see you guys in there, and happy trade.
Yeah, guys, that was Banking with Billy. Make sure y'all check him out, guys. And yeah, let's see here. See what we got going on, guys. Hold on 1 second. Display capture. All right. Keep the live stream talking about. All right. Cool. All right, back at it, guys. Let's see here. What can we find on the buy side of things? LUMN. Pushing. LUMN, guys. It's pushing it, and it looks like it got more room to run. Let's check out. See the spread on this. It shouldn't be high. Only a 1 cent spread. Let's see. And that 1 cent spread ain't bad. You gotta watch out for those though. ORKT dropping. This has a huge spread. Let me see. There we go. See our bid. 57. You see the spread here, guys? That's a 24-cent spread. So market makers is basically trying to buy your shares in ORKT currently at 572, while the share price is 594, and that's what they're trying to sell theirs for. So that bid just up lopsided. They're asking for 594, and they're trying to buy others' shares at much lower. That's that spread that lets us know that market makers are heavily in this thing, and they're trying to make a pretty penny off today's transactions here in ORKT. Basically, the moment that they actually sell you these shares, they are already in profit. The moment they sell them to you. Is this a halt? This gotta be. Currently got ORKT. Live chat. Was there news? It says holding HOLO. But alright though, guys, our lunchtime stream is over. Hope to see you guys in the update video later today. And may the games be with